Remember
exactly.
that? Everybody have it. Oh, nice iPhone. Oh, it's an iPod.
It's
Touch.
an iPod Touch.
And, the TV always had 500 cases next to it.
Yep.
Your car has CD cases everywhere. Think
And
about,
I would
how
never
much
put the
junk
right
is
one
not in your
back
car
in.
anymore
Oh
because of
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
It is like this seems like a reasonable application.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't simulate Mars in the real world.
Right.
So you go to the metaverse and you can simulate Mars and simulate the activity based on the data that you have. Practical use.
Look at that.
You're listening to the Radcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, the 13th, May 13th of 2022. Our weekly marketing and advertising news episode. I'm joined by the lovely Christina Yasi. What's up, Christina?
Ever present.
Ever present, always here.
I do love Friday the 13th.
Yeah. We used to have a sound effect, but, it kind of got buried amongst the sound effects. It's probably one of these buttons, and I'm not sure which one it is anymore. But
Don't want to risk it.
No, we won't risk it. Yeah, Friday the 13th. Did you watch the movies growing up?
I didn't. No, I can do horror in very limited genres. I love the It movies, though.
Horror's gotten so crappy now.
I know.
It's like,
Very tropey.
Yes. But happy Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Been a good week.
Stay safe out there. It has been. It has been. Aside from my allergies, but
pollen here in South Carolina is quite thick.
Woof.
Coming on thick. Laid on thick.
No, my voice is so much lower this week.
Yeah.
I'm just
Sniffle City.
it. Oh, yeah.
So we did have a burial this week by Apple.
Yes, we did.
They discontinued the last iPod, the iPod
It's the
Touch,
end of an era.
which is the wish I had it iPhone. Remember
exactly.
that? Everybody have it. Oh, nice iPhone. Oh, it's an iPod.
It's
Touch.
an iPod Touch. When I was
the walk of the shame what you get, like, no, it's not an iPhone.
I always wanted,
iPod
when
Touch.
I was a kid, I wanted my phone and my iPod separate because if I got in trouble, I would only have one taken away and never both. Because that was a common punishment in my household.
Hallelujah.
Give me your iPod.
Give me your iPod. Give me your iPod Touch.
Yep, for a week.
So it's I will say this, it's an iconic device.
Yeah.
Like if you think about through the years, all the variations, the number of songs, the inability to have Napster put stuff on there when you start to actually have to buy music. Like,
Was it Lime Leaf? Was that the other
like
one?
a positive and negative, When I was in college, Napster and all that had just come out, like an MP3 player started coming out and it was like the greatest thing ever. And I'll plead ignorance. Obviously, I'm smart enough now to know that artists were getting ripped off. And I don't know why I was ignorant not to kind of get that when I was 19 at first. You're just like, oh, we get access to this music,
Right.
But like Napster downloading any song you want and throwing it on your iPod, I was like, this is heaven. We've had CDs. I was like the first guy to throw away every CD and DVD. Physical media was gone out of the Alford house faster than any other house. As soon as it could be digital, I nixnayed every physical CD and DVD.
Were you happier? Did you feel better?
I felt lighter than.
Stressed?
And the TV always had 500 cases next to it.
Yep.
Your car has CD cases everywhere.
And I would
how
never
much
put the
junk
right
is
one
not in your
back
car
in.
anymore
Oh
because of
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
So death.
I still have some CDs in my
to
car.
the iPod. It was definitely a game changer in its day, and I thought this was interesting as we build up. These are not necessarily marketing points, but I hard to ignore 375 million anything. Tom Brady, who's already hurting for money, good looks,
Poor guy.
and general
Success, just a lack of success in general.
is signed a 10-year, $375 million contract with Fox Sports to be an analyst when or if he retires.
Right.
I mean, I think he's a robot. He might never retire.
Doesn't this make him unretired officially?
Yeah,
if he
he's
goes into-
completely retired football player.
That's it.
So he can start
You're
getting
right.
that pension. He needs it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he really needs that check. That's going straight to his butler,
Exactly.
This is NFL pension.
He's just gonna donate
He's going to sign that over. Stefan, whatever his name. His helper.
What if it's just Dale?
Dale, Roger,
butler
Pete,
Dale.
His helpers. Signs his pension over.
Insane. As an
So
analyst.
$375 million over 10 years. He's going to be good at it, though.
Touchdown!
He's gonna be great.
He's good on camera. He speaks well. if Tony Romo, who actually is pretty good at it, he's a little annoying, kind of like calling plays, but like he'll do well. So
and he's got a big enough following, and I mean that it's a smart call.
Still, $37.5 million a year. Like that's just how big football is. Like I don't even know how that math exactly works out. If it's Tom Brady, but
that's insanity.
375.
I just have no concept of money.
A lot of quarterbacks aren't even making that now.
Right.
Most quarterbacks in the league, even like a B-level quarterback makes like 25, 30 million, which is a lot of money, by the way. He's going to make more money to go be in the analyst booth than most quarterbacks. What a slap in the face.
Do you think it's weird for like everyone to know how much he makes? Like when he goes to work and it's like, oh, we know that you're significantly overpaid.
I don't know. I think it's just like,
these are things I think
you
about.
know how much I'm making. I know how much I make. There you go. So just back off.
There you go. Two ways to look at it.
And I'd go,
read my lips. No.
This week on the podcast, we had Mark Evans, DM, the deal maker, was on. Good feedback. Mark's been polite like some of our guests aren't. He's sharing, getting lots of pub for the episode. We share our episode content with all our guests. And for whatever reason, they either forget or like they'll share something, then they don't share the rest of it. So like share the stuff. Like that's how it
helps you out.
Helps you out. So, yes, we've had thousands of downloads of Mark Evans DM. We're approaching 175,000 downloads a month now on the podcast, by the way.
So thank you all for that.
Yes, so thank you if you're listening. We really appreciate it. Next week, Alvin Johnson joins the show, real estate guy, investor, just a really cool guy from Dallas. Alvin joins the show. He's got a really great story. Let's just say from suicidal to uber successful. So really powerful story. Alvin Johnson on next week, probably part one. Probably gonna do a part two with Alvin. We got a little cut short with timing because his flight was off. He came into studio, and so yes, and we've got a lot of big names in the pipeline. Some we can't name now.
Not yet.
Yes,
not yet.
But it's coming. But we do appreciate everyone listening, making our numbers continue to rise. And part of what's I think having to do with some of the rise would just be, how cool these hats are.
Absolutely. I could not agree with you more.
I don't have our new designs. I think my kids walked off with like 10 of them.
That's what everyone's wearing in the office too, is the new design.
Yes. Branded Bills, brandedbills.com, official merchandise sponsor of the Radcast. Get your hats. It's Bills. They're a hat company, but sweatshirts, T-shirts.
They have flannels too.
Flannels. Yes.
I love a good flannel.
Who doesn't like good? Well, it's getting
hot. A little toasty for them now, but
yes.
Buy now, wear later.
Yes, but you need hats and T-shirts for your summer gear.
Exactly.
They got streetwear out. They've got a premium hat collection that just came out, the Elite Collection. Go give our sponsor some love. Radcast20 at brandedbills.com. You get 20% off your entire order. Share it with friends, share it with families. Use it as often as you like. You can use it only once per order, but get 20% off. They're already great value for the Uber Premium.
Great
hats.
Fit, great quality.
Look at the logos like built all
so
in
cool.
here. Can't put it on because I got a client meeting later, but
no hat hair here.
No hat hair here. But go give them some love. Go to our website, theradcast.com. Click on sponsors. Click on Radcast, Branded Bills. The code will be put in immediately. You don't even have to put it in. You just start shopping from that link on our website. Go give them some love. Tell them the Radcast sent you. Radcast20 at brandedbills.com. We do have a couple social holidays that
we do. Some that I'm very excited about.
There's only 5. May 13th today. And then Sunday, there was a couple that you can't
They
ignore.
deserve to be celebrated.
Yes. So
we need you to know.
But first, and we don't even have one.
I know. Missed opportunity here.
Christina, that was kind of on your to-do list.
I'm sorry.
World Cocktail Day is today.
I'll celebrate later. I don't know about you.
Drink them if you got them.
What's your go-to cocktail?
If I'm in Mexico or something like, margarita, like on the rocks, no salt.
Sure. Okay.
But like generally speaking, Crown and ginger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. A little Crown and ginger.
Can't go wrong.
And one of my favorite days is also today, which is National Blame Someone Else Day.
Which is what you just did with me not having the cocktails.
It's always your fault. It's definitely your fault today.
Should have brought those cocktails.
See?
Yes.
Apparently that was my fault.
It is. And, I do think, I don't know if this is purely, I do think the new Top Gun movie comes out. It's Top Gun Day. today.
Oh, it does.
I think the new Top Gun.
I got my eye in the northern bogey. Roger, I got the southern guy.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the highlight clip, folks? That's what we're talking about. We're giving you all you need here on the Radcast. Top Gun with Tom Cruise.
Good.
Today's Top Gun Day.
Top Gun Day.
May 13th, Friday the 13th, Top Gun Day. Jason
new
Voorhees
go-to
is going to
movie.
make a surprise appearance.
There you go.
And,
in the plane.
In the plane.
In the plane.
Yeah, snakes on a plane. May 15th, National Chocolate Chip Day. Are you a chocolate chip cookie person?
I am.
Those crumpled cookies yesterday.
Life-changing,
I'm
aren't
telling
they?
you that I can kind of pass on like a hard cookie. Like I'm not like if I walk by and there's cookies on the table, I'm gonna grab one every time. I can usually give it a hard pass.
Yeah.
But those crumble cookies are ridiculous.
Listen, they are my
little crunchy on the outside,
personality.
salt on the inside, just like me.
The flavors change every week.
Look,
Maybe we can get them as a sponsor. Crumble, if you're listening, please sponsor.
That's all I says. You're a little crunchy on the outside, but soft and gooey on the inside.
Like a hedgehog.
Yes. National Chocolate Chip Day, brought to you by our non-sponsor, Crumble
Cookie.
Cookies. Yeah, here. It should be a sponsor.
I'll work on it.
I would be big as this room.
Same.
It's bring flowers to someone day as well. Sunday.
Oh.
So
Are you going to bring your wife
I need
flowers?
to. Can you send me a text to remind me?
I can do that. I can do that. Add it to my to-do list.
Yeah, I know. Kidding. And with that, we'll bring back everyone's favorite.
There it is.
Trends in the metaverse. That's for you, Nick. Just for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the note didn't split at the end.
Yes, I know. Oh, first up, we do have a lot of trends in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Introducing the world's first 24-hour Metaverse Festival, and everyone's invited. Meta Festival is back after a successful event in Berlin last year. Meta Festival, founded by global digital agency Depth and Journey, is inviting people from around the world to take a peek into the metaverse with opportunities to hear from leading brands, innovators, and technologists. Attendees will be able to connect with each other in a 24-hour virtual playground. Taking place on Tuesday, June 28th in Metapolis.
Oh.
The festival's virtual world. All you need is a device and internet connection to attend. So there's going to be speakers. Brands include H&M, Calvin Klein. I wear a lot of H&M. They have good t-shirts. This is H&M t-shirt.
H&M's great, yeah.
Cheap and good quality.
Mm-hmm.
Volkswagen, Coca-Cola, Netflix. These are some big brands.
Yeah.
Heineken. Get a little drizzunk in the metaverse. Octiverse.
We love our meta booze.
Yes. 24-hour Metaverse Festival happening on June 28th. So mark your calendars.
There you go. Everyone's invited.
Everyone's invited. Lots of brands. I'm curious how that's going to all come together. There's going to be a lot of speakers in the metaverse. So they can be avatars, I assume.
Right. That's what I would think.
That's cool.
It's kind of neat.
I got to get the Facebook goggles around here. I know. It's on the list. You know, it's on the list, Nick.
With the computer.
We know. Don't give me that look. That like I've been telling you for 6 months look. You see how Nick gives me that look?
Look, it's National Blame Someone Else Day. It's all your fault, Nick.
It is. All right. NASA is partnering with Epic Games to create a Martian metaverse simulation. NASA, the U.S. Space Agency, if you didn't know.
For those of you that are unaware.
I guess some people don't know. Has recently posted a challenge to attract developers to help build a Martian metaverse environment to aid in training purposes. The challenge was posted in Herox, a crowdsourcing problem-solving platform, calls for developers to aid the institution in building virtual reality assets and scenarios for use by NASA in research for the surface of Mars. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like delightfully nerdy.
You know, it is like this seems like a reasonable application here.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't,
I can get behind this.
You can't simulate Mars in the real world.
Right.
So you go to the metaverse and you can simulate Mars and simulate like the activity based on the data that you have. Practical use.
Look at that.
For the metaverse.
See?
This makes sense to me.
Agreed.
A lot of this other shit doesn't make sense.
I think it'd be fun too.
Yeah. I agree. I kind of want to get on the Mars rover and like.
Do I want to be an astronaut now?
Yeah. But I'd be like taking that rover off of Mars and taking it up in Roblox, like crushing some people.
Going to Wendy's and Roblox.
Yeah. I'd be up in Nike land with my Mars rover. Getting me some $8,000 Nikes.
There you go.
Artifact.
There you go. We see you.
I know.
A
But this
callback.
makes sense to me. It's cool.
Yeah.
NASA. A way to think ahead.
Practical application.
Real Madrid. You a soccer fan? Or football?
I am now. Yes.
I can't say that with a straight face.
Proper term.
My kids all play football.
Makes
they're
more
all
sense
soccer.
though. Yeah.
It does make sense. A lot more sense. But us Americans, we want it to be the NFL.
Yes.
So Real Madrid Metaverse offers virtual stadium and real-time translation tools. Real Madrid hopes a new virtual social platform created in partnership with Astosh Technology, I think I'm saying that right, will engage the Spanish soccer giant's global fan base. Several sports organizations believe the metaverse can engage younger and digitally native fans and bring them, which is true.
Yeah.
That's why everyone's building on Roblox.
This feels very practical to me as well.
I agree. So they've got a 3D recreation of the trophy cabinet.
Wow.
They want to show off all their trophies. Are you a soccer fan, Nick? Or football?
Football.
Yeah. Pass.
Not really.
Hard pass.
More
Watch
of an
Ted
NFL.
Lasso
Read
and
my
then you
lips.
College football.
No.
There you go.
I kind of felt this from you. So this is cool. I get it. I like it.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. I'm not a big enough soccer fan to comment on Real Madrid's
Sure.
entire brand catalog.
Sure.
Of everything they have going on, but this seems cool.
Yeah.
Material Girl in the Metaverse. This is
I'm
interesting.
obsessed with this.
Yes. Madonna and Beeple team up on an NFT Triptych.
Yep.
There have been stranger collaborations in the art world, but not many have been as headline hitting as the newly minted partnership, hey, pun intended, NFT minted, partnership between Queen of Pop Madonna and Beeple. The Like a Virgin singer and the auction record-breaking digital artist have teamed up to create 3 non-fungible tokens entitled Mother of Creation, which will drop on Super Rare tomorrow, the platform for unique curated NFT works, with a starting price of $1. You know it's going to go up.
Oh, yeah.
You think with Madonna, right?
Yeah.
Madonna's got no matter how you feel about her, she's still got a lot of fans out there.
She's a freaking icon. Yeah.
Project was a labor of love. Sounds like a good new tune for her. A year in the making. Both artists partnered to connect the idea of creation and motherhood as told through this virtual medium. Cool. Like a prayer,
It's intense.
take you there.
In the midnight.
Come on, you're much better singer than me. Let's go. Sing it. Sing.
Just like a prayer. Take you
I
there.
never, you know where, so here's an old, I'm going to age myself here. This, I think it was the Super Bowl, or it was really close to the Super Bowl when that video got released, and Pepsi sponsored it, as I recall, and I'll never forget, it seeming a little sacrilegious or something, and there was a lot
That's
of
right.
stuff behind it, and they had the
I
choir
remember
singing,
this.
and there's a lot of flair about it. It seemed to cool off eventually, but
As many things do.
yes,
And
but I
Beeple's
do
interesting.
think Pepsi, or I don't know, they had MTV. They had the music video that launched, and you remember how everything's so dramatic around the music videos launching. World premiere of the media. Yes,
They are intense. I looked at them earlier.
is that it?
That's one of them. That's
one of the NFTs.
One of them.
Excellent.
There's one where she's
Nick is
birthing a
showing
tree.
us the NFT. Pretty freaky. Looks
Beeple does some very avant-garde
I might have to buy 2.
work. Hey, there it is. There it is. Your NFT.
And get in Roblox in there and play around.
You can tape it to your Mars rover.
Yes. Is that a doll? Hey. Kraft Heinz wants to solve its supply chain problems in the metaverse. This was interesting.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Don't we all?
It's using the metaverse to help get Lunchables, Velveeta, and ketchup on the shelves faster. I was like, I had no idea where this was going when I started reading it. Last month, the company announced a deal with Microsoft to help secure its supply chain by, among other things, using automations to speed up operations and replicate the company's facilities online. Kraft created digital twins in the metaverse that allow the company to problem solve virtually. The tactics should help Kraft get its products to grocers more quickly, ensure that factories are running as efficiently as possible. So they're able to simulate things, processes, so they can do it in the metaverse. So it's like creating an alternative world so that they learn how to get speedier and faster by what they do.
Ah, okay.
Which makes sense to me. That's another good practical. I'd have to see it. Like I'd have to get up in there and like really make the macaroni.
Yeah, there you go with the Velveeta shells and cheese.
But no, I'd have to see it in practice. But it in
Makes
theory,
sense.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Work smart, not hard.
This is true. So we'll see where. I mean, I don't know about you, but if I go to the grocery store and there's not any Velveeta on the shelf, there's trouble to be had.
Look, I will lose my mind.
Yeah, that grocer doesn't know what's coming. The produce guy that's going, hey, I think it's on aisle 4, and I'm like, no,
it's gone.
It's gone. I needed Velveeta. You can't have like
you start like pulling shelves down.
Yeah, fake Velveeta is no good. Like
No.
Velveeta melts perfectly for like
It's
nachos
already
and stuff.
fake. So if you get the knockoff brand, it's
Velveeta's
just
not real cheese.
Didn't you know?
Come on.
That means it's healthy, right?
Yes, it is healthy. So I do.
God,
You gotta
I
have
love
Velveeta.
Velveeta.
You gotta have Velveeta like melted with some chips.
Little can
There
of
you
Rotel
go.
tomatoes. You're set.
It is lunchtime around here. Other news. Sneaker supremacy. Nike and Adidas are battling for brand love. Nike and Adidas have been ensnared in a relentless rivalry that has commanded the athletic wear industry for nearly 60 years, attempting to outdesign, outrecruit, and outcool one another in order to dominate the $310 billion global sporting goods market. The running boom of the late 60s and 70s kickstarted the sneaker battle, but they have remained in competition. You know, this makes me think, here's where I wanted to bring this up, because growing up and watching the marketing between both of these, and they would really go after, like Michael Jordan was like swooned by both, obviously ended up being Nike icon, and the rest is history. But certain athletes have gone to Under Armour or Adidas, but it's always been kind of like Nike. It was Reebok. See, Reebok gets left out.
That's right.
Nike and Reebok were like this, like battling it out, like 80s.
Yep.
And late 80s, and somehow they fell off, and Adidas took over. You ever hear people say that?
Yeah,
And I'm like, is that really how you're supposed to pronounce it?
That's what I've heard, and I just roll my eyes at those people.
Yeah. But anyway, I remember the basketball, the people who come out like into the NBA and like the sneaker wars of like contracts and stuff. And then like stuff started to go independent a little bit with LaMelo, like Ball, like what's his name? He had his own like baller jersey. I guess all that's falling
Oh,
off.
yeah. I know what you're talking
Like
about.
he's sponsored now.
Right.
But I just remember the battles, you know, hearing the contract numbers back then compared to now, it probably seemed paltry, but like between Adidas and trying to get, you know, the spokesperson. And it was kind of like the battle
Get a
for the
face of the brand,
influencers
right?
back before there was even social media. And so you still see that a bit now. I don't necessarily see them going at each other directly,
Right, like
much.
in a Pepsi Coke kind of way.
Not if it is, it's subtle.
Yeah.
It's more, you know, I think like the article states, and this came from the Marketing Dive, great place for marketing news. Go check them out. He's calling out the historical nature of it and the fact that they're maybe trying to outcool one another. And you're seeing this with like with NFTs and the metaverse too. They're both getting heavily involved. They've both gotten a lot of patents and things for the metaverse. That's going to be the new frontier of the battle, is who's got the coolest shoes
In the metaverse.
in the metaverse. So we'll see. But it is a cultural thing, I think.
I was going to say
it transcends just
with sneakerheads.
Yes.
And it's much more fashion than practical now.
And I've always thought that Adidas, with their like streetwear like shoes, they crossed the boundary better than Nike did as far as
totally
like
agree
street
with you.
like casual sort of good. Like I'm sure someone out there is hearing this going, well, you aren't going to wear a pair of Jordans. I got like 5 pairs of Jordans and, you know, all that shit. But like,
No, I hear
like
you.
if I'm going to go wear something, a pair of jeans, and I want to wear something that doesn't look like I'm a 21-year-old, my wife thinks I look like a kid when I wear my Jordans. But
No, I
I feel like I
prefer
can slide on
Adidas.
some Adidas like low top, you know, like soccer shoes or
Right,
something,
like your Stan
and it looks a
Smiths
little,
or
you
Cloud
know.
Foams. Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
completely agree with you.
So We'll see. Doritos is hosting a virtual concert from the Upside Down for Stranger Things. You watch Stranger Things?
I
on
do.
Netflix? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
That seems up your alley. Yeah, and I like it. You're weird like that.
That was like such a backhanded compliment. Thank
I know.
you.
I like it too. It's like my favorite show on Netflix. I'm weird too. But I could just see you digging it. And it's really good.
It's very good.
I don't know where they're going with the show, the whole upside down stuff. But
I haven't seen the newest season, but
it isn't out. I don't think it's released yet. I think that's what this is all
no,
about.
but I haven't seen like season 3, whatever.
You
yeah,
haven't?
yeah. So I'm
Dude,
not that
get
into
in
it.
there. Doritos is tapping into the rich vein of 80s nostalgia. That's part of why I like the show.
Yeah.
Running through Stranger Things with the virtual concert event. Live from the Upside Down assembles a trio of era-appropriate acts. We'll also see. Are we going to have Boy George? Is he still alive?
I
think so.
don't know.
I don't know. I said that, then I'm like, oh, God. Made me think 80s. We'll also see an appearance from modern pop star Charlie XCX,
Yes.
who's performing a surprise collaboration with one of the artists in the lineup, the Go-Go's. We got
I
the
do
beat.
love the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with the Go-Go's.
Corey Hart's Sunglasses at Night and Never Surrender. And Saul Cell's Tainted Love. Yes.
There you go.
Tainted Love. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely 80s. Are on the released set list so far. Okay, I like this.
That's kind of fun.
It's fun.
Go Doritos.
Go Doritos. I mean, it's going right at the genre, kids, younger, but still the nostalgia that
Of the parents,
like my age,
yeah.
the parents, like you're getting like a lot of play right there.
It's really, really smart.
It's making me want some Doritos.
Same. We are hungry. We've talked a lot about
Yes.
food this episode.
Well, we're going to keep going.
Excellent.
Taco Bell asked diners to swap out mundane meals via TikTok dance challenge. With Taco Swap, Taco Bell is iterating on its international I See a Taco campaign with an effort that could help it engage with Gen Z consumers by tapping into culture on their preferred platforms, mainly TikTok and Instagram. The effort demonstrates how the chain, which named its first culture agency of record last year, tries to differentiate itself from other brand actions around culture. Taco Swap.
Fun.
Swapping out. So if you got a mundane meal, you do a dance
a
challenge
taco.
and you get a taco.
It's fun.
Like if you're having, I don't know, like I remember growing up and my mom, you ate what was in front of you, but number one.
Right.
And we didn't get, but like, man, to get like a fast food versus having like chicken and rice or something, they're like, oh.
Yep.
Yep. Now our kids are spoiled and they get it all the time.
That's me as an adult. I'm like, actually, I can do whatever I want for dinner now.
You're adulting.
I am.
I guess the TikTok dance thing's still going. I didn't know. I know
I've seen a
TikTok's
couple of
blowing
them.
up, but like I didn't know that the dance challenge thing was still necessarily a thing.
Yeah. There's a Lizzo one now, which is all
I guess
over
I do know
the
there was
place.
because I do see like I listen to country music and Walker Hayes, who's blown up the last couple of years. He's always doing dance challenges, and I guess I should know better that they're still alive because I do see
Alive
him
and well.
dancing with his daughter all the time, which is pretty cool.
Maybe he'll have a taco.
Maybe. Airbnb's huge summer updates preps for a new level of travel. Last year, they said the single biggest challenge was thinking like a startup because of all the lack of growth, but then they've had tremendous growth because of coming back from the pandemic.
Pendulum swing.
Their latest feature update, the biggest changes include a new search based on category and the ability to book 2 listings in one flow for stays over a week. And air cover
That's
for
cool.
guests, which is basically Airbnb provided travel insurance. Do you ever use Airbnb?
Yeah, I love Airbnb. I think they're great.
Do you use them over, what is it, NR, VR? What is it? VBR?
Yes.
Yeah.
Verbo?
Verbo. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah.
I do Airbnb.
Yes. Vacation, something
yeah.
rentals. Yeah.
if I'm, my dad's not booking something with his Marriott points.
Yeah, right.
I always go Airbnb.
Yes. I've said
Just cool locations.
it's cool.
And when I lived in New York, that's what I did. Instead of doing a sublet, it was way more fun.
I'm looking into some investments to turn them into Airbnb.
Yeah.
That's great to make some bank right now. Finally today, Netflix. We've been talking about them. It's going to be launching ads sooner than expected. It's been less than a month since they announced the slowing revenue, and the New York Times reports that it's accelerating the schedule turn things around, and probably going to have ads on the platform before the year's end. Here's what I want to know is I'm spending now what it was like $14 when I started. I think it's $22 a month now.
Very expensive.
So if I'm paying $22, I better not get any ads. I'm assuming this is going to be. My understanding, will be a lower tier,
like Hulu,
like $5 or something, or hell, like maybe watch it like a cable show.
Right.
I don't know. That'd be nice. If you just watch it for free and let them get paid by the advertisers.
Poor Netflix doing all the brunt work and then just really struggling with this streaming.
Yeah.
And their
that's
money.
what happens when Russia launches the attack on Ukraine, and like they
everything
lose
gets pulled.
like how many
That's
million
right.
people in Russia.
That's a good point.
That's what happened. All the subscribers in Russia dropped off.
Yeah.
And I think they were headed towards trouble anyway.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and they spend so much, and I enjoy it because the content's great.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, awesome, but it was like $100 million an episode.
Yeah.
Even the Last Kingdom, excellent, recommended.
Yeah.
It's gotten pricey, so
it's just TV's so expensive.
Yep. And a lot of these companies now, what you're seeing with the stock market dropping and things like that, is these companies are actually going to have to start making money and not just generating revenue.
That makes sense.
Because what's been happening is they get these increased valuations because they're generating billions of dollars in revenue.
Right.
But they're losing money.
Right.
And so, but you grow users, so it does have value because you do have that audience base that you can monetize in different ways. So, but it's on the promise of making money, not actually making money. Now, Netflix has been making money, but there's a lot of other startups that have been playing this. Like Amazon was the first to do it, really.
That's right.
Like forever, they didn't make money forever. And even I'm pretty sure they're profitable all the time now, but it's not as much as it probably should be because they offset it with free shipping and all the stuff that keeps the user base there.
Free returns, all of it.
So fascinating, the metrics of it all.
Yeah.
There you have it. Today's
Friday the 13th episode.
Advertising. Friday the 13th
Now we need to go eat tacos or chips or something.
Yeah, I know. Something. I need to go finish some paperwork. Sounds like fun, right?
With a cocktail.
Yeah,
I know,
cocktail. Non-cocktail.
Get you some Crown and Ginger.
Jeez, Nick.
Nick.
Blame someone else. You can, but you can blame someone else. So
you blame Ryan. Don't look at me.
Blame someone else day.
Just blame someone else, not blame Christina day.
When's blame yourself day?
Didn't we miss that?
I think we skipped over it. Purposefully.
Yeah.
Strategically.
On that note.
Any final parting words?
Have a great week, guys. Great weekend. Stay safe.
Nicholas?
Yep. Have a good weekend. Enjoy it.
Enjoy Top Gun.
Top Gun
which
coming out.
We can now watch today.
And if you're listening to this 2 months later, you could still watch Top Gun.
It's still available.
Probably out on cheap
maybe
TV,
on Netflix with an ad.
Yeah, with an ad. By the time you hear it, but who knows? You know where to find us. We're at the radcast.com. Go check out Branded Bills, Radcast 20. Click on the link. Go support our sponsor. Might have some more coming soon. You know where to find me. I'm at Ryan Alford on all the platforms. Go follow me on TikTok. We're cutting it up over there. For Christina, Yasi, Ryan Alford. We'll see you next time. For Nick Weaver, our great host. I'm not leaving Nick out. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.
To listen to full episodes or to contact us, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow our host at Ryan Alford on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in.